Hello again, Isolation Nation. Social Distancing Social Club. I'm your host, Ben Gleib. I'm one of your hosts. There's a few of them. It's been quite a lot of fun. People have been saying to me, Ben, you sound different lately. And I'm like, all haters gonna hate salt shaker right over the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Not a problem. You know what I mean? It's like I tell those people, you're probably from Florida. Land of pink flamingos and zombies that eat each other's face off with bath salts. So it's really good to be here. The national anthem in 3 seconds? Sure.
What are you doing?
So we're off to a great start. We're up and running. I've got my gummy bear things that Queen sent me, and we're pretty excited about it, and it's going to be quite the show. Please welcome now the second leg of the three-legged tripod that makes the four-legged quarantine. Steve Hofstetter, everybody!
You know, I had decided today, I was like, Ben took some shit this past week, and I was going to use the Gleib squad background and be like, hey, I am on Team Gleib, and then you're opening. I don't know. I'm torn now. Because and I'm weirdly coming in and out here. Because I am on Team Gleib, but also, what happened to you? Did you give up the life of kidnapping and instead go for the life of cartooning? What happened?
Yeah, I felt things took a dark turn the other day, and I really wanted to kind of brighten everybody's spirits by just bringing my childlike essence to the forefront. So you have the Gleib squad backdrop, but your head's covering most of Gleib. Just like it says G quad, which doesn't even make any sense.
I am G-Quad, Ben. I don't know if you know, but I'm Team G-Quad.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. My dog looks great in the background.
There you go.
Oh, there
Is
we
that
go.
better?
Love that. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Here again.
if you want to support the show, I don't know why my camera's freaking out. If you want to support the show, you could do so by tipping through Venmo or PayPal. We appreciate that. PayPal is at laughfromhome.com, and you can Venmo top right of the screen. And, of course, if you want, you can always super chat us on YouTube. And with that, I'm going to introduce Chris Bowers, and I'm going to try to fix my damn background. Maybe my shirt is messing with the green screen. Chris Bowers, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? I'm excited. I like the voice, Ben. It makes you seem a little. You could say the meanest things ever in that voice, and I don't think it would hurt my feelings at all. So maybe this is our episode where we finally. No, we've come together a million times. Well, that sounded weird. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that at all. Well, thank you. Actually, we're both in agreement on that. I don't want you to come anywhere near me either. But I'm excited for a good show. I'm excited to have a lot of fun. I don't even know what day it is. It's a Tuesday, so I'm drinking. So let's have a fun time, and let's introduce Queen Rachel. Queen Rachel, how you doing? You got your internet getting worked on right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I've got Spectrum here at the house right now. See everybody. What's wrong? I don't understand.
Your tortilla virtual life right now, though. I love that.
Thanks.
Oh, that's the
Ben
real
Gleib.
tortilla.
That's a real blanket.
I'm not going to have a voice by the end of the show if I keep doing that. So let's not.
That totally looked like a green screen. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my shirt has nothing to do with why my camera is blipping, and this is weird.
No one's seen the blip on this end. It looks great to us.
Yeah.
Not blipping on your end?
Look great to us, and so does Rachel. I mean, who would have thought you could hang a tortilla that size on one's wall?
You can just take a bite later too.
I think there you go. Why? I want to see the bite. I want to see
I'm
the
good.
taste. Okay. Well, also I love that Bowers is just pretending at this point the days of the week have any impact on his constant drinking. He's just like, oh, it's like Tuesday or whatever day it is. We're already drinking. You know that.
Well, we were talking last night, and you ever my whole life, whenever I'd watch like a dystopian future, like Mad Max or whatever movie, there's always that one guy like in a silver outfit with silver hair, and you're like, oh, like they just had hair dye laying around. And I finally understand where that came from. Like maybe he had an internet show right before the apocalypse got bad, and he like bought hair dye to be funny, and then eventually he had to fucking cut the sleeves off his tux and fight people. I don't know how it all works, but I now believe that guy more than I did before, so I'm excited about that.
You are definitely the leader of the post-apocalyptic strip club, cabaret, night, burlesque dancing place that we have to go to, and you host the show, but then we go back and you're a real badass bitch behind the scenes, and you're like, no one takes my girls. Wow. 200,000 Mars bucks.
That sounds so much more fun in that voice, Ben, by the way. Please. Can we figure out a way for you to do this in real life also? Because that would be amazing.
Called helium. I've done it for years. It explains a lot of my general disposition and demeanor.
Beautiful. My cable's freaking out.
We had a fun game. We had a fun overnight game. We had a fun overnight game last night. The fans played, which was called Ruining Literature. So they had a bunch of different ones. It was really good. Check it out. Hashtag Ruining Literature. Hashtag SDSC game. But Jeremy Day had lowered expectations. Yeah. And Frank Notaro had green eggs and isolation, which I thought both of those were very funny.
Green eggs and isolation. I mean, it doesn't rhyme for Jeremy Day. That's not his best work.
Well, no, that was from Frank Notaro. He doesn't rhyme as much.
Frank Notaro's not much of a rhymer, so I'm much more impressed with that.
I'm so afraid of what you just got from off screen.
I didn't get anything, guys. We're doing a show. I'm a professional. I'm just going to eat a kugel my mom made.
What is the kugel?
It's one of these.
It's a pudding of sorts.
The noodle.
I'm sorry, did you just refer to kugel as pudding?
Yeah,
I'm trying to communicate it to Bowers in language that he'll understand.
Yeah, I don't know a lot.
Kugel is a noodle. It's a noodle casserole.
Or potato, depending.
Your mic sounds horrendous. Please lower it down. And that's
That's coming from Ben.
That, by the way, was Nicole Aimee Schreiber. We'll introduce her in a second.
Yeah. So, Ben, do we have a game for today?
We do have a game today. We're very excited about this game today. We're doing a pun game. The Punisher should be excited. We are doing... I forgot. No, we're doing... I remember. A TV show. They're vegetabling a TV show. So an example of that would be like Touched by an Angel hair pasta.
That's not a vegetable.
If it was written by Bowers, because he thinks pasta's vegetables. If he has another example, feel free.
How I Met Your Broccoli.
I see why Bowers doesn't play the game. I mean, you couldn't think of any M vegetable there?
Nope. That's what I'm going with.
Now that I think of it, I can't think of an M vegetable either.
Broccoli is actually the one vegetable that Bowers has heard of. So
Shroom.
That's why.
Mushrooms. How I Met Your
Broccoli
Mushrooms.
Girls, for example.
2 broccoli girls would work. How I Met Your Mushrooms. That's what
there
Queen
we
Rachel
go.
Said. That was Queen Rachel's. She saved mine. Okay. So good job. Again, I don't want to steal any of the good ones. I make bad ones to just give people a sense of what they are, so I don't steal any of the good ones from the people who want to play the game. If I do all the good ones right now, then no one's going to play. That's what I'm saying. And you can play with a $5 or more super chat in or Venmo or PayPal. We obviously prefer Venmo or PayPal. We prefer that over super chats. But do that, and at the end of the show, we'll vote and decide which is the winner. So with that, let's introduce our special guest, Ben.
I was going to go with comedians and carrots getting coffee, but go ahead, Ben.
All right. I just took a huge bite right there of Google.
What are you doing?
And I'm unable at this exact moment to speak on account of the burning. Hold on just a minute. Okay. You guys ready?
Jesus Christ.
Sure.
We're very excited. We have an amazing celebrity guest here today with us in studio, meaning separated by great social distance. You might know her as one half of the musical comedy duo Garfunkel and Oates. You might have seen her on things like The Big Bang Theory. You might have seen her on United States of Tara. You might have seen her on Another Period, the Comedy Central series. You see her popping up all over stage and screen and even movie screens. I don't even know if that's counted in screen. Please give a huge welcome to Riki Lindhome, everybody.
Guys. I had to turn it on when you said, but then it just came on its own. So I don't know. My video came on early.
The timing was great.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bowers has that same
touched
problem.
by a cucumber, like even though it's not an A vegetable, something about it sounds gross.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Right?
Touched by a cucumber
Touched by
works.
a cucumber feels like, oh.
Yes, but it's also
I
how
like
a lot of
that.
women are getting through this quarantine. So
True.
Not just women, Ben. Not just women. Don't.
Strong point. Strong point. Very strong point. How have you been, Riki?
Good. I'm sitting in my massage chair closet. So
Ooh, wait,
Yeah.
what do you mean? You have a
There-
massage chair in a closet?
in a closet, yeah, it's like the exact size of a massage chair. So that's all I do in here.
There's no clothes. You just
Is
have it
it?
as like a
No, I
getaway.
record voiceover there and then have the massage chair here, and then that's
What?
it. It's
I
my
mean,
that's.
This is so beautiful of an idea, and you've got the great palm tree.
I
palm
love it. It's
fronds.
like my own little paradise in this quarantine.
That's incredible. The only negative I can see is that probably you're not booking a lot of voiceover with the constant.
That would be true. That's probably that's what I'm doing wrong.
And if there's anyone to give you advice on voiceover right now, it is Alvin Gleib.
How is your voice doing that? Like, what is actually happening?
It's just something that I do. I go to my higher registers.
Oh. I do that when I've had too much wine. I go to my Valley Girl register. Where I'm like,
I can just speak
no,
normal.
I go to like my vocal fry register.
Yes.
It just like comes out. Yeah.
Does that get you stuff? Like get you like discounts or like free drinks?
No, nobody likes it.
I'm just using now my like normal register, kind of a deeper middle range.
Right. I like that. That's good.
Thank you very much. I just try to mix it up for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's for the people.
Yeah. What have you been doing over these last couple of months? How's your life been? Any exciting high points?
I'm learning to cook. I did not have any basic life skills before this, and so I'm forcing myself to learn how to cook. So that's kind of it. And I've been writing because what else is there to do?
What is the go-to dish that you've got now?
Today I made barbecue chicken quesadillas,
Ooh, nice.
and I'm making bananas Foster for dessert.
That's solid.
tonight.
Because most
Damn,
people, when they're like, yeah, I'm learning how to cook, and they're like, what do you learn? Oh, I started with mac and cheese, and I'm slowly graduating to cold cereal.
No, I started
So-
with bacon wrapped dates with filled with
Ooh.
cheese. Yeah, I only want to cook stuff that I love. Like otherwise, yeah, I don't know.
Damn, and bananas Foster. I'm not even sure which bananas
What is-
dish that is, but I know I like it.
Wait, what is happening? Ben, your high voice actually might have been better.
What
I
happened?
say this as someone who's fading in and out.
You're like
Give
Back
me
to
it.
the Future. You're the Back to the
super
Future
loud.
photo.
You're super loud.
Yeah.
I'm super loud.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
squelching like.
How about
crazy.
now? How do I sound now?
Same.
How about now? Is it better now?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, cool. I have no place to say because my hologram is fading.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's
hologram's
because
on the
you
fritz.
didn't quite show up at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance in time, Steve, and we've told you about that.
Fault. I got distracted by Chuck Berry. He has the sound I've been looking for, you know?
Right. Right. And also, I have the sound you've been looking for.
Funny, this whole experience, and I'm glad that I.
Now it's super quiet.
I can't hear you at all.
What?
Jeez.
Weird, man.
Rachel, do we have any tips to catch up on while Ben figures out his high, low, middle sound?
I'll just
We
eat.
do. We have we had Bert Humberg tip the show $100 and said, "What the hell happened to Gleib? Kidnapping what?"
Yeah.
Yesterday it was.
I also like that
super
his
deep.
name is like, is that a? I want to know if that's his real name or not because his name is basically Bah Humbug. And
Yes,
that's
very close to Bah Humbug. I'm Bert Humberg, and my brother Bah Humbug, who's always hated Christmas. I'm here to tell you that I feel kind of medium about Christmas.
Yeah.
The Grinch is his dad.
Great name.
We're good on this end to introduce the comics.
All right, let's introduce the comics then. We've got two amazing comics today, as every day. First, we have Lucas Waterfill. Say hello, Lucas. How are you, buddy?
Lucas.
Hey, what up?
We got Lucas.
Going on.
How's it going, guys?
We're excited. Are you
How are
excited?
I think a good vegetable name show would be the Lucas Waterfill Show.
Well, that game's over.
Yeah, that was
I swear to God, oh no.
So, for the record, we did not laugh at that. We did not laugh at that.
Ben, you did not laugh at that.
That's my app. You better laugh at that because that's my app.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank God.
I didn't laugh at it, but only because I was upset that he took my entry. So
One time I was at a show with Lucas. This guy goes, "Oh my God, you remind me of one of my favorite comics, Josh Blue." And Lucas goes, "Really? What made you remind me of him? What do you think? Is it my winning personality?" The guy was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
We were in the green room and Bowers was complaining about his back hurting, and he's like, "Man, if I had this pain forever, I would kill myself." I'm like, "Thanks, Bowers."
No, I think I was calling you brave. I was calling you brave.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
a brave
that's
person.
it.
That's
That's
what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
complimenting your bravery. Is what I was doing. I
Yeah.
wasn't complaining. I was giving you props. Anyway, we have a second comic. who I've never insulted and tried to make kill themselves, as far as I know. I hope I haven't. We also have Nicole Aimee Schreiber is here. Nicole Aimee Schreiber, yay! Give her a big hand. How are you?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
How
How's
are
it
you now?
going? Is my sound okay?
Sounds
Much
great.
better.
Perfect.
How do I sound?
You still sound a little chipmunky.
Ah, shit. Really?
No, actually, you don't. You just sound
no,
Jewish.
I think he was just fucking with you.
That makes sense.
You just sound like allergy season is not going well.
Yeah. Great. Everything you're saying hurts a great deal. Hurts deep down. Thank you so much. What have you been up to? What's been up?
You know, I have 3 rooms I cry in, and that's about it.
I think it's
Got a
good to
kitchen,
vary the
a
crying
living
room.
and my bathroom.
I take
it's
it one of your crying rooms does not have a massage chair in it.
No, not at all. But now that I know that's in the realm of possibility, I'm putting that on my vision board, Ricky.
Yeah. Screen grab this right here.
Screen-
You
I
can't
already did.
cry too much though. You will short out the chair. You got to be careful, Nicole. That's
Yeah.
one of the important things.
When you're in that chair, the shaking makes the tears go far.
Yeah.
Quite a lot in this chair, though. I
Sprinkler
have to
system.
say, like, this chair makes you cry because it like eases your tension and it makes you start crying.
Okay, well, I mean,
You're
I'm
all, like,
looking for new
held.
ways to cry.
Yeah, it does. It gives you it releases. Yeah, it makes me cry a lot.
Ricky, I think you may have it set wrong. Like,
I also don't feel like that's just you're painting kind of a, I don't know if it's a sad picture, but it's definitely a very vivid picture of you sitting there like this, like.
That's kind of it. That's kind of like
You guys not know what it is to be a
hold all the
woman?
attention all day, and then you're just like,
yeah.
yeah.
Also,
I'm, like, crying in my
coincidentally,
massage chair. Please send me money.
it's also coincidentally how Bowers has sex. It's the same, just kind of sitting there crying and shaking. I thought
Well,
Bowers
he
would
do-
laugh at that, but nope, too real.
It was
Sorry.
too real. It was too real.
Can't laugh.
I didn't know that was a
He's
joke.
wearing a tinfoil
I thought you'd been watching me have sex. That's what
Yeah, Bowers suddenly got scared to be like, "What? Was the video still on after the zooms? Oh shit!"
That's the way Bowers has sex. He also uses a machine to do all the motion.
And it's in a closet. It comes full circle. I'm with you. Like,
Yeah. All right. I'm going to introduce our wonderful audience here. Thank you, as always, for joining. Before I try to fix my camera, apparently I cried on my camera, which is why it's doing this. We've got Jessica, we've got Dina, we've got Tony, we've got Raz. Thanks for joining us, as always. We love it here. We love our front row. Thanks for joining us. If you want to join us on a future episode, you can do so at laughfromhome.com.
all right. There you go.
Yeah,
Fade
nice.
into the background. There's
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Rachel, we got anything to catch up on before we get into this first comedy set?
No, we're caught up.
All right. So coming first, This guy's a very good friend of mine. Lucas, I'm sorry if I ever questioned your ability to be alive. But he's a super awesome guy. He's been in the Limestone Comedy Festival. He was also the winner of Trial by Laughter. One of my favorite comics ever. Lucas Waterfill, everybody. Lucas Waterfill. Woo!
Guys, thanks for having me. I'm learning a lot in quarantine. One thing I realized in quarantine is that I live in a shithole. I didn't notice this before because when you go out every night, you just need a place to pass out and throw up, and that's all. But I have a shitty apartment. I have one of those shithole apartments that there's two color paints on the wall. It's hospital yellow and insane asylum white. I have a shithole apartment. It looks like I have the apartment of a divorce detective that just can't let go of the case. Trying to connect all the dots. I just can't do it. No, it's going well. Another thing I realized through this is I think if God exists, she's Lucille Ball, because she's got a lot to explain and to do. Okay. God, that was borderline racist. I love this quarantine though because I'm a socialist, but I hate people. So I want everybody to be equal distance away from me. Good now. I am crippled. If you can't tell by I am crippled. I'm jealous a lot of other minorities because a lot of the other minorities are hated in this country. Like there are groups of people dedicated to hating gay and black people, which I'm jealous of because there's no quicker way to get respect in this country than to be hated. Just once, I want to see a group of zealots outside a children's hospital with signs that say God hates gimps. I know we made it, and I know some things would get changed, some legislation would get passed. You know, I'm jealous of other minorities, man. Crippled people don't have enough stereotypes. I wish we had more stereotypes. I wish crippled people had a favorite food, you know? I wish everyone knew that crippled people love pepperoni pizza. And imagine going to pizza, going up the counter, being like, yeah, we'll have a large pepperoni pizza. And the guy at the counter being like, I'm sorry, sir, we're all out. And you being like, it was those goddamn cripples again. Took all the pepperoni pizza. Yeah. I'm jealous of other minorities because it's sexy to be hated, man. It's sexy. Like you don't hear about many daughters bringing home cripples to piss off their dad, you know? I'm sorry, Dad. We're going to have to bring out the ramp tonight. Mom, one of them cripples. And I know what you're asking yourself. You're asking yourself, why do they have a ramp if they hate crippled people? And the answer is appropriation. They're appropriating so much want to be us. That's my time.
Hey, Lucas Waterfill, everybody.
It's Waterfill, everybody. If you guys want to tip Lucas, you can do so. Lucas, you can Venmo top right of the screen. You can PayPal Laugh from home. Of course, you can super chat to go to Lucas's Pepperoni Pizza Fund. I finally fixed my fucking camera, so now I'm not at the Under the Sea dance anymore. So yeah, throw in some tips. What's up?
I think Lucas made some great points. I plan to be making signs to be protesting outside of the Children's Hospital ASAP.
I think the timing is right.
Totally.
About the timing on that one.
Ben, I think it's ridiculous that you want to make those signs where you just borrow the extra ones I already have. Like, why?
Plus, although maybe it's not the best time to protest with signs because outside of people's windows, people will just think that we're there supporting them because you can't go inside.
Yeah. You know what you have to do? You have to protest at exactly 7 p.m. each night, and then you'll just be drowned out.
Well, that's the way I protest most things. I just go on my balcony and I sing in Italian beautifully.
Yeah.
Beautifully is a strong word, but I get that you're singing in Italian. That's nice.
Oh, I know it's a strong word. I just was trying to accurately describe my singing, Bowers.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure it's strong. It's strong.
Rachel,
Italian
what do we got coming in while these two figure out whether or not Ben can sing?
So we had a funny comment from P2000 Camaro said, "Holy shit, I swear on my life, I hope someone is out of pepperoni at some point. I'm going to say it was those goddamn cripples again."
I gotta say, I don't recommend that. Great bit, very, very funny bit, but no.
Yeah, I think if you say that, you might end up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Divorce detective who won't let go of the case. Like, I really can picture your whole apartment. That joke kind of slayed me. I was like, yeah, you can tell. Like, you know who that man is.
Yeah,
He has like furniture people left on the street. Or, you know.
I'm trying to get the family back. I really am. I have every other weekend. I'm trying to work on it. Yeah.
Wait, does getting furniture off the street make you a cripple?
No. It makes you a divorce detective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a divorce detective too.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, we have Done Talk tip 25 Canadian dollars for Lucas. We have Colin Leary $20 for Lucas's next pizza.
Nice.
Thank you.
We have Todd Holloway $15 outstanding, Lucas. Dave Adler $5, Lucas, to go towards some of your favorite pepperoni pizza on the date. I hear you like that stuff. We've got Jessica $25, Lucas, that was so hilarious, thank you. You must have a super patient tattoo artist, huh?
Every time I get a tattoo, I just scream like, I didn't want to do this. I didn't ask for this. But thank you.
We have Tyler Stevens $3 for Lucas, and then we had a general $2 one come in from 2000 Camaro. Said, just wanted to say, Riki, you're awesome.
Thanks. Thank you.
Very cool. Great set, Lucas, man. Good job. Always funny. You're one of my favorite comics. Love that guy. So,
I love Bowers. Your compliment there. Mid beer burp, you were like, always funny. Saw that.
If I stop to wait for the beer burps to go, I won't be able to talk at all. I mean, there's always a beer burp in there somewhere. I just never know when they're coming out. It's not my fault. Lucas, have you done a lot of? Is this your first Zoom show you've done, or you've been doing other stuff?
No, I've done other things. I did one for like a nonprofit Hoyt team, like it's for disability stuff, and I do there's a showcase show here in Indianapolis that I do. I'm trying to stay busy. It's tough, but I'm trying. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with every other weekend having the kids, I mean, that's got to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I say I want them every other weekend, but then I have shows, so I always have my mom come over and take care of them.
That is a
But
great
I still want them.
Comics have that great excuse built in to not have to take care of kids if there's a split custody. Be like, I have to work all weekend and then through the week. People don't have to know you're working for 15 minutes to 1 hour, and then you're just mostly chilling, smoking weed, and sleeping in all day.
And that is why Ben's ex-girlfriend has kids in Florida without him. I mean, that's exactly why.
That's allegedly, Steve. I don't think the kid looked as much like me as you guys think the kid did.
Well, you're taller.
She had a high-pitched voice, though. I know that. So that's what. Yeah. That's what it means.
Dead giveaway.
Runs. You know, we have very strong genes in the Gleib family. We have very strong high genes. Ricky, do you like wearing a high gene?
I do. I like a hygiene. Like
Why do
I
women
don't
love
know.
the
I don't know. I feel like women like them more than men.
Yeah, why do women like the hygiene so much? Because I agree. I don't think guys dig the look or even the high-waisted bathing suits.
Yeah, I'm just into it. I don't know. I think men aren't as into it, but I don't know. I just like it. It just makes me like feel like cozy. I don't know. I'm into it. I feel like very 70s. I feel like 70s camp counselor, which is like secretly an aesthetic I always wanted to have.
By the way, there is an upcoming movie with a 70s camp counselor and a detective that can't let go of the case, and I'm very excited about it. It's a great pair.
Is this the
Nicole.
movie you're in on Lifetime, Steve? Is this your Lifetime movie you're plugging again?
Yeah, my Lifetime movie is June 6th. It's happening. It's real. It's called Psycho Yoga Instructor. It's a real fucking thing.
Incredible. I was really excited to have made a guest star appearance on a Lifetime show earlier this year until now, and now I feel like it's really not worth much.
Wow. Yeah, just anyone can do it, right?
Nicole, are you a high-waisted bathing suit gal, or what kind of?
Yeah. I'm a woman on Earth who respects herself. I'm doing high-waisted everything. It holds everything in. It's like a cute girdle.
By the way,
and you can
cute
bend
girdle,
over. You can bend over in your jeans, and your underwear doesn't pop out. And I know it's a huge loss for the men in the world, but we're sick of it.
I get that. Did I stop going Speedo at the beach? Is that unnecessary?
Oh, I think you should always go Speedo at the beach,
Yeah,
Ben.
I like Speedos.
You like Speedos, huh?
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
Ben,
it's like the gray sweatpants thing.
If I could request you stop going Speedos at the bank, I just think that might be nice for everybody.
Well, it's the best way to stick them up.
or Ben, if you could stop going bottomless at your own comedy shows, that would be nice. That's
fair.
Just wear pants to your own shows. That'd be cool.
That's fair. I have one tonight, and it'll be all improvised and no bottoms. So if you want to get nowherecomedy.com, I want to invent a new piece of men's beach clothing. It's a Speedo that also goes high-waisted. So it just starts at the balls, but it goes all the way up until the belly button. I call it the egg holder.
As the show's resident egg, I don't like this.
Fair enough. Didn't expect you'd be a big fan of it. Also, great update on the gummy bear things. Look what they can do.
Yeah. This is what Ben does instead of going to sound check, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I was at soundcheck literally 8 minutes. I was actually at 8 minutes of soundcheck today, maybe the first or second time ever. And look what happened. I sounded like a fucking chipmunk. What's my incentive to go to soundcheck? You tell me.
Well, soundcheck is 15 minutes, so maybe that's why.
Strong point. Strong point.
You're like, I was here for exactly half of soundcheck, and things worked halfway, and I don't understand why.
Very strong counter argument.
Ricky, question for you.
Yeah.
So as someone who does comedy in a duo with a stage name, do you get annoyed if people just think of you as Garfunkel and not
not
at
all.
Ricky, who you actually are?
No, not at all. Like people actually call me Kate on the street a lot. Like it doesn't bother me. They'll be like, Kate, I love you, Kate. I'm like, thank you. Like, yeah, I don't care. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sensitive about any of that. I love it. I like if people know my band.
That is fun, though, that they're like, I love you so much that I don't know your name.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Have you guys written any songs during quarantine?
Nothing. No, Kate just had a baby. She's like, and you can't have any nanny. She's got a real infant 24/7. So
wow,
she's been on hold big time.
Damn.
I gotta write something though. I know. I've been writing animated stuff because I feel like that's where we're headed right now.
Yes, it's the only thing that can possibly shoot with characters together, except this show.
Plus, like, I don't want to
What?
write any songs about quarantine because as soon as this is over, I don't want to see any material about quarantine. I want to pretend it didn't happen. Like, I don't want to see any movies, like nothing. I want it just to be over.
Naming
So
a show
I should
after
not-
like a social distancing time in life probably be a bad idea also.
Right.
Yeah, I should probably cancel my one-man show, Man in the Mask. That's probably a bad idea then, or...
Yeah.
Don't tempt me, Steve. Don't fucking tempt me.
I meant it. Breathing. All right, fine.
Ricky, you do a lot of animated stuff. I'm gonna ask you. You were obviously in the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water.
Yes, I played a popsicle with Kate. We played
you-
those twin popsicles. We were each half of one.
You remember what your popsicle voice was?
I don't.
Because you're in your voice booth right now.
Yes, I am. I don't remember my popsicle voice. I think it might have just been my voice.
Interesting.
I mean, if you close your eyes, I kind of sound like a popsicle.
Okay.
I've been thinking that this entire
If you
time.
pictured a popsicle talking, it might be just like this.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I've definitely pictured popsicles talking, and they do sound a lot like this.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
Ricky, if you've ever seen one of those cartoons where like someone envisions a food, like the person as the food because they're so hungry, that's what just happened.
I'm
Yes.
a popsicle.
That's-
Yeah. You just picture it. And Kate's the other half, and yeah.
I closed my eyes, and that whatever subtle change you did to your natural speaking voice, it felt suddenly chillier and tastier.
Right? Yeah. I was just a little more pointed.
It
A little more
was
buttery.
really great with a stick up your ass, and I don't know why that happened.
Exactly. Well, that's already there.
She's method. She's a method actor.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not
Rachel, what do we got?
I can't find my math
we-
at the moment, you guys.
We have Spectrum banging in the background. I might go ask him what's in Ben's box here in a minute, but let me finish Lucas's tips. So John Goodman, $5 for Lucas. My favorite power chair ranger, also Mighty Morphin and Power Root. Oh, he did two. Never mind. That's a game
We'll get
entry,
to
but
those,
also
yes.
a tip.
Well, John Goodman
Razor.
also played a great Babe Ruth in the Babe Ruth story.
And the host of Street Smarts.
He was also the host of Street Smarts for a good run.
Yeah.
I have a surprise. We have John Goodman in the green room right now. Let me go get him. He's on the show. So.
I know
Actually-
you're not able to do that because you don't know how to do virtual backgrounds, Bowers, and it's very easy.
So I have a John Goodman story. So John Goodman and I are alum of the same fraternity, and we've met once. And so then I was at a Rite Aid in New York, and he came in, and I was like, oh, I want to go say hi to him. But then someone else like went to try to take a picture, and I'm like, I don't want to bother him right now. So I gave it a second, and then I looked back over, and he was gone. And then I was like looking around the Rite Aid, and it's not a big store, and I was looking around the Rite Aid, and I couldn't find him. And I was like, how the fuck of all people that I just lost John Goodman. He is a very large person to have lost. Like, I do not understand how he has escaped. And so that is... I thought
Maybe
you guys would
never
enjoy
had him at all, Steve. Maybe you never had him at all.
You know, they say if you love John Goodman, set him free, and if he comes back, it's meant to be. That's how this works.
Absolutely. You set him free in whatever aisle of the Rite Aid he happens to be at the time.
Steve, I want to give you your moment right now. Hello, Steve. John Goodman here from television,
Oh my God.
Babe Ruth, and the Roseanne Show without Roseanne. Do you have any words you want to say to me, Steve?
What's in the box?
Well, Stephen, if you come in my van, I'll be happy to tell you what.
Look like a young Moses
Yeah.
So much. Thank
with
you
your
so
hands
much.
like this. You're like a young,
Well, a lot of people compared Moses to a young John Goodman early, so that works out.
All
Rachel, do we
right.
have anything else?
Yes, we do. We've
All
got
right, cool.
Razor tip Lucas $5. Lucas, if we make a joke you find offensive to you, but then you say you can use it, can we just say we're writing for you?
Are you looking? You're looking for excuses to make jokes about people in wheelchairs.
Like, I got all these
not how
wheelchair
it
jokes. I've never had anywhere to go with them for the last 3 or 4 years. Now I want to give them to this guy, and he'll be a genius.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I appreciate the tip, but I probably have it covered. The wheelchair joke.
Oh, but Lucas, don't you think there's not a perspective that you haven't thought of yet? You know, that maybe someone who's never been in a wheelchair can figure out?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, every grade school bully that I ever had. Maybe, I don't know. I made it sad. Look at me, I'm making it sad.
I do have a legit wheelchair question for you, Lucas.
Yes.
How often do you have to charge it? Is it batteries? Do you plug it in at night?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do. I mean, yeah, I charge it. It's not solar powered.
How fast can it go?
These are all great questions, by the way.
Thank you.
I've never gotten these questions.
By the way, Lucas, if you don't know, Ben has he's been trying to find someone for his new wheelchair basketball league, and he's trying to see who to bet on. So that's why he's trying to see how good your chair is.
That's correct. That's correct. Also, if you didn't catch it, currently I'm doing. Go ahead, Lucas.
My flick of the wrist isn't that great. I can't. I can my dribbling is fantastic. It's the flick of the wrist that I have.
I can see that. I can see that. And of
They
course,
call me Steph Hawking. Hawking, that's what they call me.
Oh.
that works out pretty well because people refer to my office as the theory of everything.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Yeah. Yep.
By the way, if anybody's confused at home, I obviously am doing my best impression right now of television's Candace Bergen, known as Murphy Brown. Welcome to the news desk, Frank. Any stories, Frank?
Okay, wait. Here's my question, Ben. Did you just get 2 fake beards recently, or have you had fake beards this whole time and it took you this long to get from wigs to fake beards? Like, I'm
If you
confused
think
what's
that
happening.
I've even tapped into the vast pool of resource props in my house, you're mistaken, my friend. I've barely cracked the top layer.
Where
By
do
the way,
you keep
Bowers,
them?
I'm pretty sure that
Where do I
that's
get
still
them?
one of the wigs. He just flipped it.
Oh no! He asked where I get these.
No,
That's
where do you
almost
keep
like-
them? Like, how do you keep all that stuff in your house?
Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Are there any
He has
other
a very he has a very understanding girlfriend. That's really how he gets
Yes.
to keep that shit.
very understanding girlfriend? She's a very sweet. Oh, and that illusion ruined. Now you know it's not real. You just have a very good organization system. I had a very messy office a couple days ago. I showed it on the show, but don't you worry. We've got it figured out now. It's all in labeled boxes or not.
I feel like that beard is the exact same color as my hair.
Yeah,
I feel like that would look good on me.
this is your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Your barber. Oh, your barber. He gives me shaving. You can have this. You can have this
My
beard if you'd like
barber.
as a token. Do you have a barber?
Girls don't have barbers.
Okay, well that guy's been lying to me for years.
Colorist.
That's
and a
that's
hairstylist,
yeah.
but no barber.
When you go to your colorist, do you ask him for the Gleib beard?
I will now.
Hey, you should.
I need it.
Also, my beard also matches your sweatshirt. We all match. It's a slow gradation that continues.
That's true.
Thank you.
I love yellow. It makes me feel better.
Yellow's great. I love yellow too. I wish you could just buy it as a product.
Jesus Christ.
Think about it.
Rachel, you could jump in with super chats at any point here and
Okay,
save
thank
us
you.
all.
Right. So
This ability to save the show.
Like no, Rachel's the only person who doesn't interrupt everyone, and she's the only one that should. That's what's so
Shush.
sad.
Bowers. So Katie Taylor tipped $10. Adrian Gomez tipped Lucas $15. For Lucas Weatherfield, greetings from Denver. And then Bert Humberg tipped $100 again to the show and said, in the shower, I hear my name. Okay, you're reading off my donation. That's cool. Then I hear it again and again, and I had to step out. Turns out you guys were doing a 5-minute riff on my last name. I wish I would have caught it all. So
First
Bert
of all,
Humberg.
that was 3 minutes tops. But also, your name is Bah Humbug. Like it's like being named like Hooah. Like it's something that.
I want to have a kid just to name him Hoo-Ah. I'm never going to have a kid, but if I do, he's named Hoo-Ah all fucking day. Hoo-Ah.
Ben has several kids. We just don't know where they all are.
We're good for the next comic.
All right, let's do our next comic.
Is that what time it is? Time for the next comic now, is it, boy? We're just gonna go right to the next comic now, boy.
Yes,
You
we
go
are.
past through here.
I don't know whose fault this was, but I'm just glad I don't have the Team Gleib screen on while this is happening.
Well, Steve said something with the word mask in it, so I feel like you brought this upon yourself, boy.
Here. I have a gift for you.
Fair enough, boy. Fair enough.
I'm just gonna let that run the rest of the show. What do we got, Bowers?
You know, burn gifts? This is fucking crazy. What's going on?
Someone made a gift for me and I liked it, so I'm using it now. Here, I'll go to our show thing.
Okay. All right. You're freaking me out. All right, coming next. You've seen her on Comedy Central's Lights Out and Roast Battle. Give her very funny Nicole Aimee Schreiber, everybody! Woo!
Hello. How's everybody doing? I don't even know who I'm talking to, besides other comics, but that's fine. You guys were joking about the heavy use of cucumbers during quarantine earlier. Yeah, that's a real thing. I don't know what it is about trauma that makes me so horny, but I haven't masturbated this much since 9/11. I need this quarantine to end or I'm not going to have a clit left, for real. Vagina looks like Gollum at this moment. Not good. It's not good at all. I'm kind of enjoying the quarantine and the fact that I might have to never visit my mother again, which is great. I grew up in Michigan. I was a Jew. I'm a Jew. I was a Jew. I've just said that in the past tense. I graduated. But I am a Jew. So I have a very codependent relationship with my mother. It's great. My mom doesn't know what boundaries are. She just thinks they're hurdles. And she's like, "Oh, I did track in high school. I'll go right over those." But yeah, I'm a Jew. I grew up in a non-Jewish world. I was one of 5 Jewish kids. So I was often asked what I was doing for Thanksgiving because Goyim don't think Jews celebrate Thanksgiving. It's not a holiday we're allowed to have. So that whole time of year was always just a weird time for me. Christmas. To this day, I still think Christmas is just a weird holiday. There's a lot of weird traditions I don't understand, like matching pajamas. Are there any non-Jews in here that did matching pajamas? Because if there are, you're horrible people. One of my friends, she and her family did the whole matching pajamas, took pictures of it. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, what's not to understand? It's cute." I'm like, "What's not to understand? I'm a Jew. We don't do matching pajamas. The last time I did, it did not end well." Yeah, that's not good. My ancestors are rolling over in their graves over that one. They're mass graves. Oh man, how many Holocaust jokes does she have? 6 million, you guys. 6 million. So some people deny that I even have Holocaust jokes. So last one's a real slow burn. Oh God, I can't stop. I just can't stop. I just think it's really funny that the name Jews chose for the worst atrocity in the history of our people is the same expression we like to yell out when we get into a deli. What's the Holocaust? Okay, I'll stop now. It's a new one for me. I really like it. And that ends the educational portion of my set. Let's move on. I am a Jew. I like being a Jew. It's fun. I did my 23andMe recently, and I found out just how Jewish I am. I actually didn't even want to do it, but a friend of mine suggested I do it. She's like, "It's amazing. For just $90, you can find out with 100% certainty what you are." And I was like, well, I think I'm 100% Jewish enough to know that $90 is just too much money. So I got her to pay for it. And that is a good friend. I was right. I am 99.8% Jewish and 0.2% happy. No, I'm Siberian. And I called my crazy Jewish mom to give her the good news that I'm exotic. And her response was, well, you know what that means, Nikki? That means somewhere along the way, someone in our family must have been raped by a Siberian guy. And I was like, that's the only fucking scenario you could come up with? Wow, rape really brings a comedy show to a screeching halt, you know? It is the 7-year anniversary of my abortion. Thank you so much. I'll hold for applause. A woman making choices about her body is a really beautiful thing. I don't regret my abortion for a second. Some people ask me, you know, was it hard? And I was like, you know, honestly, the hardest part about my abortion personally was the traffic coming home. LA is just the worst, you know, and I was sitting in gridlock on the 405 like, I'm gonna lose it again. But I think that's it for me.
One more time for Nicole Aimee Schreiber, everybody. As always, you can tip. Tip jar is open. If you want to tip, you can do so. The Venmo is at the top right of the screen. You can also PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or you can super chat. And by the way, Nicole, growing up, I celebrated every Jewish holiday I could to get off from school and to get out of work. And like the most ridiculous one, at one point, I was like, sorry, I can't do the assignment. It's Erev Yom Revi'i, which means Tuesday. So
doesn't that mean the eve of Tuesday?
Yeah, it means the day before Wednesday. So Tuesday.
Which,
by the way,
works. Nicole's set was brought to you by Jewish wrapping paper. You have Jews that want to give them gifts? Do it. Also, I just noticed the other day when I looked inside the bottom of the box that Rachel sent me the gift in the other day, Queen had some other wrapping paper in there. I did not notice.
Hold it up again. I couldn't see it.
I love how multicultural this.
Oh, that's amazing. That's wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Wait, did you do that on mine also, and I just didn't see it?
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
I
yeah,
did.
and also I didn't keep the empty box that stuff came in, unlike Gleib, so that's why I never found it.
That's
Rachel,
why
will you send me a present, please?
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I want that wrapping paper.
Now, Nicole, if this was diving, that set would get a huge score because the level of difficulty, like diving, it's how precise is the dive times level of difficulty. Like to do Holocaust, rape, and abortion jokes and crush is. You know, you're the highest level of difficulty.
Oh, and a masturbation 9/11 joke.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, the 9/11 joke was fucking it was perfect. Like that's how fucking level of difficulty it was. I forgot about the 9/11 joke, which was also amazing. So that was fucking solid. Nice.
That was a triple Lindy.
Take chances and fucking land it. That was awesome.
I'm here to offend everyone's senses.
And Nicole, we have had a comic on the show who tried a set of that difficulty and belly flopped. So we do appreciate that you landed that one.
So please reach deep and tip so that we can get Nicole a better $20 microphone that works.
Please. I got this for free. I found it on the side of the street.
Yeah.
Incredibly obvious.
It's my
By the way,
IKEA bookshelf.
Ben, not in the position to mock microphones, but that said...
What you're saying is hurtful, to be honest with you.
I can't hear you.
Well,
so Rachel, what do we got coming in?
We have some asses. So we have
I love that
Stevens.
I love that it's folded inside out, so you don't see the butts till you unfold it. That's a nice way to do butt wrapping paper. That's cool. You don't see it from the outside.
Yep. So we have Tyler Stevens, $3 for Nicole. We've got Duntalk, 25 Canadian for Nicole. We have
25 Canadian dollars?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't worry, we'll translate it for you before you get it. You don't have to you don't have to accept Canadian. It's okay.
We're not sending you loonies. You're fine.
Loonies and toonies?
Yeah, we also have $100 coming in from Bert Ripping Paper. So
We don't send you loonies. We do expose you to loonies during the show.
Yeah. Oh my God, Ben's high voice is back. It took me a second.
Took you a second? Well, that's offensive on its... It almost makes me feel like you don't listen to me and you just process it in your mind whenever it's convenient, Steve.
Yeah. Yes. Rachel, what do we got?
All right, so we've got Frank Notaro, $5. Nicole, only person I know who has me laughing while talking about Holocaust, tape, and abortion.
I don't know if you guys know
That's
this.
because you're an anti-Semite. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Frank Notaro, of course, played John Goodman on the original Roseanne.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Ben, you've got an echo coming in when other people talk.
Stop.
Majorly.
Really?
Yeah, and also that super chat, a little insulting to me because I have the same stuff in my set. So, I mean, she's the only one.
All right. We have quite a bit more. We've got Randy Longmire, $5 for Nicole for bringing such darkness to otherwise bright times.
Follow me on Twitter. There's more of that.
Dave Adler, $5.18. There is no denying your set was great. Here's a little something to save your clit.
By the way, Dave Adler, that's a Jewish last name. I know you got more money than that.
Yeah, but he spends it all on action figures. He's got Dave can't be spending all his money on us.
We have a lot coming in. We've got Todd Holloway, $15. Highly offended, Nicole. I loved it.
Good.
Nice.
We have Tesha Whitman, $5. Now that is how you do a dark and disturbing set. Way to go. Coworkers were looking at me funny for laughing at my computer.
She's at work?
Yeah. I was just going to say.
She's like close enough where what?
Where is she working? By the way, where are you working that you can just listen to a comedy set?
Right.
That's the brave new world we're in, man. That's the great thing about Zoom comedy. They can listen to it. We've had people from hospital beds. We have agoraphobics. There's people here from Australia. It's crazy.
I love that you just categorize people from Australia as the same as people stuck in hospital beds and agoraphobic.
I'm just saying far away. I bet they can't normally get to comedy shows in LA.
No, I know. It's just a very, like, we've even had people who live in crazy places like Australia. It was just fun. Okay.
And also, agoraphobics are sort of the opposite of living in Australia, really.
Yeah.
Huge open space out there, you know? Be a nightmare for an agoraphobic.
Yeah, it'd be a waste. It'd be a huge waste if you were agoraphobic and lived in the most beautiful place of all time. Yeah,
That
that'd
is.
be awful.
That would be a very huge waste, absolutely. It's almost like looking exactly like Ursula from Little Mermaid, but being stuck in your apartment, never going under the sea.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I get it. You finally get me.
It's a weird analogy, but I'm going to continue to work through it.
Thank you.
He
it's
thinks
just-
he thinks I look like Ursula from Little Mermaid with my hair.
I mean, take a
Oh.
look,
Turkeys
Nicole.
make it.
Take a
and
look.
then-
You gotta.
You
Got
decide.
it. I mean, a little bit. That jacket's really throwing me for a loop-de-loop.
Ben,
Yeah,
show 'em
this
the
is
one
like-
with the scared Little Mermaid. That's my favorite picture. 'cause
I
this is
can't
me.
because I'm on another computer now, and they're on the
Oh,
other
shit.
computer.
This,
So it's
by the
very hard to
way,
do.
yeah, it's Bowers looks like if Ursula got real dressed up and went clubbing. Like that's the just fancy.
Yes,
Ursula.
it does. Yes, it is. for
Bowers,
sure.
you really take a beating on this show.
Well, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Ben. It goes in a circle. Steve makes fun
Oh,
of
it
the two of
definitely
us
goes in a
equally.
circle.
It just depends
Don't you
on-
worry.
Yeah, so I some days it's me, sometimes it's Ben, but today it's me.
It's
which is
never
fine.
me.
It's never Rachel. Everybody loves Rachel, and Steve's a dick to everybody. It's just it's we have a
Yeah,
dynamic.
that's kind of my thing.
Ricky,
Nicole, we all have our roles, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
the-
to embrace them.
I'm the brains, Ben's the heart, Steve's the dick, Rachel's the.
I'm the
tongue.
mouth.
That's how this. You're the mouth. That's how this all
Yeah.
works.
we all have our roles, and Bowers are usually red roles. Okay.
Yeah, I have more roles than you. I've
God.
had more roles traditionally than you guys, for sure. I've had more roles lifetime. I'm leaning the
Sure.
roles lifetime deal, but
Ricky,
Yeah.
you've done so many wonderful television roles, but I would say probably most of America's favorite is when you played Car Rental Girl on Heroes in 2006. Tell us, how did you prepare? How did you prepare for that role?
I mean, well, I got a job at Avis for about 6 months. And then, no, that was, yeah, I was actually in their comic book, in the Heroes comic book from being a car rental girl.
Wow.
I think I said something like Nissan. I think that was like my only line, like Nissan, or yeah, it was something like I don't know
Was it
how
hard
they
for
even
you?
pick the actors for that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. How sad is it when you don't get those roles?
I didn't
Absolutely.
get a lot of those roles for a long time.
Yeah, like
What
just
changed?
the idea of you don't get the role of just standing there. Like, nah,
Yeah.
other people can stand better than you can.
Like
Yeah,
commercial
you're not a
auditions, you
believable
go in and like
stander.
you'll pretend to eat a hamburger and they're like, thank you. And then you don't get it. You're like, okay.
What changed for you? What clicked that made you start booking roles? Because you book all the time now. So what do you think changed? I'm asking questions like Bowers now where the question won't end.
How did I book things like
now.
Car Rental Girl or now?
No, just now. Like we started booking more. I don't know. However you want to answer the question.
When you started booking real roles.
Oh, okay.
Not Car Girl.
Was there a
that was
turning
like basically like after Garfunkel and Oates, pretty much. It was like I had like a couple roles before that, but yeah, just from like telling dick jokes on my YouTube channel. Truly, that
Singing
changed
dick
everything.
jokes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Incredible.
I'm the Stephen Sondheim of dick jokes. That's what it says in my Twitter bio, and I stand by it.
It's almost
was,
as
like,
if you
all the
folks
different-
shouldn't make fun of comedians trying to use YouTube as a way to advance their careers. It's almost as if-
We were ahead of our time though. We were on YouTube before anyone made money doing it, so we like never figured out really how to monetize it.
Oh no, some of the people on this show have definitely been on YouTube and not made money.
We were on it 2008. We started 2007, something like that. So we were early adopters. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really book a lot from auditions though. I've never been that good at it.
So you just
I was
getting
good at
offers
commercial
mostly?
auditions. Commercial auditions I was good at.
What
don't
was
know
the
why.
secret to that? Because I don't do well with that. I realized like when I go for commercial auditions, I never ever book them. Sometimes I get a call back and that's the best. And I realized watching commercials, it seems to me, it's true for all of acting, but especially for commercials, they don't do anything. To act, you literally need to put nothing on it and act as though your face has zero emotion, like Botox everywhere. You're just like, oh, great. So excited for the hamburger.
Pretty much. I was auditioning for commercials, and I'm like 5'9", and so I was auditioning against a lot of models, and I was always insecure. And then I saw America's Next Top Model and saw how bad the girls were at commercials, and my brain just clicked. I was like, I'm gonna get every job. I was just like, they can't like even stand there without freaking out. And so I was like, it's on. And I stopped being.
So what did you do? You just go in there and you just act as subtle as possible. Like you just don't act. Don't put anything on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No, you just like try to be sparkly.
Like I had the same thing happen when I started doing commercial auditions because I'm 5'9", and you saying that, I was like, oh, that's why everybody was hot in the commercial auditions. I would walk into these rooms and I'd be like, why are they sending me out with these like Amazonian models?
Right.
Like I've got a lot of personality, but that is.
Then you're gonna get it because like it'll be like 30 girls who can't talk, and then you walk in and they'll be like, great, yeah.
They're like blessing you
Yes.
in it.
I mean, same thing. I'm 6'4", so I'm always up against the tallest women. It's very, very difficult.
My question is, what is an audition? What are you guys talking about? I've never done this. You get ahead in a career with? How does that?
Well,
how do I call someone? Is there a person I call? What do I do?
No, don't worry about it, Powers. Ricky, so question for you.
Yeah.
You were in Knives Out.
Yes.
And that is a huge ensemble cast.
That was the
like
best.
Is it tougher acting in something with an ensemble cast because you've got so much to act up against, or does it make it easy because there's so much talent in one room?
Oh, it was so easy because I also figured no one was going to be looking at me. You know what I mean? Like I felt it was the easiest job ever because I had almost no lines. I just had to react, and like, there's a lot of like really sparkly movie stars around me, so I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We were all like, they didn't have trailers on the set. They had them like kind of far away, so we were all in this basement together the whole time, which is weird. Like yeah, it was like all these people just sitting together all day.
Who were you kicking it with? Who were you most surprised by in that area?
It was like Daniel Craig and Chris Evans and Jamie Lee Curtis and Don Johnson. Like everyone were just sitting there all together in the same room.
Damn.
Yeah.
I one time played beach volleyball with Chris Evans. I was invited to a beach volleyball game, and I walked up, and he handed me a beer, and I was like, I didn't think I was nervous, but maybe I was. It's Captain America, and I immediately dropped the beer, and it spilled on him, and it wasn't a great moment. And I got convinced to take.
And we also can't figure out why Ben isn't booking these commercials.
Yeah.
Chris Evans, in fact, is very good at karaoke. He had like a karaoke party for everyone when we were in Boston, and yeah, he's
nice.
Yeah,
that's fun. What was his go-to, and what is your go-to in karaoke?
It depends on the crowd. Like sometimes I'll like if it's like my friends, I'll make them listen to like Rent or something, But if it's like if it's a big crowd, I'll do I don't know. Sometimes I do like a rap song. I'll do Stan or something like that.
Oh, that's
my
fun.
favorite. My favorite
is
to do Bust a Move because people do not expect
That's
it.
a good one.
That's a lot. It's a lot of fun. But also, I love that Chris Evans was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a party for everybody because I'm very generous and I'm gonna have the activity be something I'm quite good at."
Yes.
It was
When you do Stan, Ricky, do you do both parts? I can see you pulling off a good Eminem and a good Dido.
Yeah, I would try to do both. Yeah,
That's exciting.
I would try. Yeah, I don't remember any of the words now, but yeah, I would try to do both.
I wasn't going to ask you to do it. Don't
Okay,
worry.
good.
I was.
I have a very similar story, Ben. I also once played beach volleyball. Chris Evans.
And it was in America, and there was a guy there that wore a captain's hat. So it's pretty much the same story.
And I drank the beer instead of dropping it, but other than that, very similar story. Very
Yeah,
similar
the
story.
most unbelievable part of Bowers having a similar story was not that Chris Evans was there, but it was that he dropped a beer. Like the idea of that.
Yes.
That ain't happening.
Wouldn't
That's the time
happen.
I'd have to eat some sand. That's what would happen if I
Yeah.
dropped a beer at the beach.
Ben, did you get like starstruck? Like your hand got sweaty and the beer slipped out?
I honestly don't know what it was. I didn't feel starstruck, but I walked up and I kind of stumbled in the sand and I just dropped the beer and it spilled on his foot and it was kind of fizzing out and spilling everywhere. And he was like, "Don't worry, I got another one." And I'm like, "Cool," but he meant for himself. And I didn't get a beer for a while. Then I was coerced into taking my shirt off for beach volleyball, and that made things worse. I was longing for the time earlier when I was able to spill beer on Captain America and not have my shirt exposed.
You know how it is, palms sweaty, beers are heavy, playing volleyball with Captain America already. It's very...
I took my volleyball and moved to an island where he and I became best friends. That was where
and his volleyball's name was Bah Humbug, of all things. Cool. What else we got
brother
coming in?
was a beach ball named Bert Bumskamum. Bert Bumskamum.
Rachel,
Ricky,
what do we have?
Ricky, we know you, of course, best. Sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
We've got Jessica tipped Nicole $25 and said, "Thank you for not telling a bunch of 9/11 jokes. It is not too soon. It's so wrong, but so right and so funny."
All right.
We've got Dave Adler, $1.69 and said, "Here you go. Here's some more."
Nice.
Thanks, Adler.
We have
Also, September 11th is my birthday, so when you do the joke of like I haven't masturbated this much since 9/11, I'm just like, oh, thank you. That's nice. We should also.
I'm not gonna say that. So always horrible stuff happens on 9/11. I'm not gonna say it, Steve.
Yeah. By the way, real story. I was watching on so it happened on my 22nd birthday, and on my 23rd birthday, I was watching the news with my brother, and we're New Yorkers, and so we just didn't really know how to act. And the newscaster comes on and he says, "New Yorkers have been suffering from the effects of 9/11 for the last year." And my brother looks at me and goes, "Huh, try 23."
The most difficult part, I think, of your birthday being on 9/11 is that every year Steve Renazizi shows up at your birthday party.
Yeah, it's really tough. And he says it was his, which is difficult.
No, he was going to come to Steve's birthday party, but then he didn't make it. Okay, so.
Yeah. Actually had a job at my birthday party, oddly enough. And sometimes you don't realize that you're not at the birthday party. Like, you remember that you were at the birthday party, And it takes like 10 years or so for someone to point out that you were never at the birthday party in the first place. You couldn't have possibly been at the birthday party, even though your wife said that you were at the birthday party also, and maybe both of you were in on it. It's difficult.
Steve's a very nice guy, but that joke's gonna have to be made sometimes. I'm sorry.
Oh, fucking A. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That was utterly ridiculous.
Can you imagine telling your wife, "Hey, if anyone asks, I was at 9/11. Okay, cool.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Lord.
all right.
Yeah, I like Steve, but that's one of the worst things anyone's done.
Likeable he is that we still like him. That's how likable that guy
Anyway,
is.
I'm not going to call it one of the worst things. It was a terrible thing, but there's lots of worse things you can do than slightly lie about your resume.
Any of the jokes that Nicole did in her set, way worse to do. You know what I mean?
That's my that's actually the set I do whenever I do Jewish fundraisers. They love it.
All the time I
My
get synagogue
God.
gigs asking me if I can bring another Jewish comic along, and I'm like, she does a lot of material about being Jewish, actually. Totally wrong. She is undeniable.
The Holocaust, which is totally deniable.
I thought you were doing a Barry Katz reference there. You gotta be undeniable with your jokes. Okay? When you do jokes, make sure you're like the Holocaust, only deniable by a large majority of the internet. You understand?
Pretty good.
A holy
All
shit
right.
moment. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, just got Ricky, what you're doing with Garfunkel and Oath, you're moving the needle. That's the incredible thing. That no
I feel
one
like he's probably
realizes.
said that to me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, how do you do it? What you're doing, you're on stage and you're just owning it and you're creating holy shit moments and then
Having deja vu, I feel like I've had this conversation with Barry.
absolutely, and it's just incredible. It's incredible to watch it, and honestly, I'd love to have you on my podcast.
By the way, this is both the most spot-on impression Ben's ever done and the one that no one in our audience gets whatsoever.
I cried
guess they
on
should-
Barry
Insider
Katz's
baseball.
podcast. That was the first podcast cry.
You
I've
cried?
ever done. Cried.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just because he
Started crying.
booked you on his podcast?
No, we were talking about something that I didn't even know I was still cared about, and I just burst into tears. It was
Damn.
yeah. I'm like, oh, cool. Well, that happened.
Yeah, he's got an incredible podcast. You guys should listen to it.
Yeah.
It's called Industry Standard. It interviews all the people behind the scenes in the industry, and I've done it a couple times. And I think I got pretty close to tears myself. And he also asked me to tell the story of losing my virginity, which is confusing because it's about making it as like a producer and behind the scenes force in this business. And I said to him on the podcast, I'm like, do you ask this question to Ted Sarandos, the head of Netflix? All of a sudden I'm on, you're like, tell us about when you had sex, Ben. It's not appropriate.
I think he was
so,
intimating that that's how you got into the industry.
That's a question I was going to say.
Oh, that's more so how I got Barry to sign me.
He's like, Ben, could you tell about when you lost your virginity? You know what? I was there. I'll tell the story.
Oh, hold
He's like,
on,
but you tell it
hold on. Wait, I'm almost done. Now I'm finished.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, Ben. Right now, I'm just giving you 10%. He's currently my manager. Great man. I love him to death. But you know, funny
He
voice,
was my
voice.
manager for 3 months. Bowers. Oh no, Rachel, what do you got?
Let's finish this up. So Razor sent Nicole a $5 tip and said, Nicole, I recently found out that I'm 15 to 18% Jewish, which is fair.
I mean, it's enough for Hitler, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's actually always been like, because I talk about being Jewish in my set a decent amount, and people will ask me in like comments or in person, and they'll ask me like, oh, I have one grandparent that's Jewish, like, does that count? And I said, would you be killed during the Holocaust? And they like look at me blankly. I'm like, because that's how you determine whether or not you're Jewish. So
is that one of your better jokes, or?
it's not a joke, it's a point.
That was part of his TED Talk.
Yeah. That was part of my Moses talk.
What's Lucas got? Lucas, what'd you say?
I must be Jewish then.
They're with us, buddy.
Downtown.
I just popping. Oh, that can be a cripple joke and say it and then leave. Pop in and out. Cripple joke. Okay, see you later.
All right. Last tip for Nicole, and then we've got a few generals. Matthew, coat, $5. Thank you, Nicole. That did me a funny.
Nice.
And then we have Matt Cross tipped the show $5. Thanks for the giggles. Stephanie Porter tipped the show $55. Matt Coat
Nice.
tipped the show $2, and there was a burn. So
Well, that's a guy that's a guy who's wearing a coat made out of people named Matt. So I don't know if we should take that burn from him.
So, do you guys say GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Okay,
GIF,
so me
right?
too. Okay, cool. So he sent a burn GIF. Jessica in our live audience. Tipped the
Oh,
show.
I thought you were saying that he like said something mean about us, and you didn't want to read it because you're like, oh, and this was a burn, and then you like paused.
He literally just said burn GIF.
Oh, he said burn GIF.
Mm-hmm. And one of the jokes on the show when you guys were roasting each other.
Got it. Okay. No. I just thought, and I was like, oh, if he's gonna burn us, I'm gonna be mean to, and then he's just complimenting us, and I'm like, sorry,
No.
your name is lovely.
And Jessica in our live audience tipped the show $100 and said, "Nice ass."
Wow.
That was for me.
Yeah,
That was for
Good job,
for
Ray.
this ass. It was that ass.
What about Ricky's ass?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What about Ricky's ass as a T-shirt?
It's not my best feature.
Last couple. So we have Raymond, $4.20. Take my money. Jason Rushing, $5. You can take away the looks, money, charm, but there's really no difference between Chris and Steve. Ha ha ha! I'm joking. I love you guys.
Wait.
We're the same?
Yeah, he's basically saying you guys. I don't know who he was roasting, so that's why.
I think
Was he
what he's
saying that-
saying is Steve's been in one Lifetime movie. I've been in 0, so we're likely the same. Is what he's saying. As movie stars go, we're similar, even though I've never had.
No, I think he was saying that I have looks, money, and charm, but I wasn't going to point that out until you made fun of the Lifetime movie.
Oh. Yeah, I fucked that up. My bad. Yeah.
I was going to totally let it slide and be like, how dare you?
By the way, solid burn. No, I fucked it up. I know it's a good burn. Other than looks, money, and charm, Stephen Bowers are the same. That's where I got thrown by him calling me Chris. That's what fucked me up. But he got me. Nice work. Good burn. What is it? Who was that?
I don't remember. I deleted it.
Yeah, burn GIF. Burn GIF.
Well,
bro.
Steve-
Nice work.
Steve, get him 344 more times. You just got him once real good. You got 84 seconds.
And last one before the game. Last one before the game. Suna just tipped the show $100 and said, "Knowing the price of things is important, but knowing the value is priceless. Thank you all so much for bringing us joy and laughs, and otherwise a really fucking alarming time."
Awesome. Thank you so much.
A very, very
That was like
sweet thing to say.
That was like a riddle.
Have you just not been complimented before? Is that why it was so confusing?
Yeah, Ben's not used to people being nice to him. He doesn't.
Sentence. That's all it was. It was a coherent sentence. It was just
and-
written well. That's all it was. It's a riddle.
Hey, before we get to the game, I know Nicole has to run, so if we want to do her plugs.
Okay.
Nicole Aimee, plug yourself.
Sorry, guys. I have a job at 4:30 that I have to. I sell pictures of my feet to a man in Malaysia, and he's sending me money for them. So I have to go shoot pictures of my feet before he goes to sleep. I'm saying that because I want everybody to.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say Nicole has to plug herself now so she could leave the show and plug herself.
It's my feet, Steve. It's my feet, but I will plug myself at some point. Anywho, yeah, follow me on social media at Nicole Aimee on all of it, and my website Nicole Aimee, AIMEE, and yeah, that's it. You know, I love you guys. You're amazing. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
And that's
so
it.
Thank you for being here so much, Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
All right, I love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye, Nicole. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks. All right.
Also,
Let's
by
do
the
the
way,
game.
before we do real quick, here's a real one. This is a real thumbnail.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
You
god.
seem very proud, Steve. You seem very proud.
I'm not
of that.
proud. I'm laughing at the idea. Well, now Lucas, me, and Ricky are all in chairs for the show. So,
So it was a blind wheelchair?
it was.
I go, yeah.
Wheelchair couldn't see shit.
It just kept spinning in circles. It just kept spinning in circles on its own. He knew he was fucking
Well,
up.
Steve, no one's safe with Steve. This was one of his great videos.
I love Ben's thumbnail work. It's so good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I pride myself on being a bit of a thumbnail artist. Thank you so much.
And I gotta say, like, if Ben had
I'm a
ever come to
sandwich
soundcheck, he wouldn't have had time to have made all those thumbnails. So it's good that he's been missing
Sure.
soundcheck this whole time.
Sure.
That's how he's found the time.
All right, game time, Rachel. Let's
What do we
go.
got?
So the game today is Veggie, a TV show. And so these are the unpaid entries.
Hi.
Yes.
That was actually timed perfectly, Jessica. That was
hilarious.
beautiful.
Someone just walked into Jessica's house with a huge cucumber, and she just lost her fucking.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's like it's time to vegetable this TV show. Let's go.
Oh, it's a
It's-
dog. All right, cool.
Hi.
That's why I leave it off.
So these are my favorites that were not paid entries. I've got 3 of them. So Ron Gould had Criminal Rinds.
Nice.
Greg Murphy had Everybody Loves Radishes.
Nice.
And Amin Saleh had Saved by the Bell Peppers.
That's a good one.
Love that.
All right. So the next ones are going to be paid entry. These are the ones that we're going to be voting on.
Okay.
So FJB has Curd Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
We have Shannon Kerr, The Golden Grills. How do you want your fish cooked?
I don't think you guys know what vegetables are.
Hey, by the way, these first 10 are all Team Bowers. They don't know what vegetables are either. They just hear the name of a food and they're in. Because I'm just guessing.
We've got Just Tam. So Tam, Star Trek, The Next Ginger Root.
Nice.
Okay.
I particularly enjoyed that one.
Of course you did. Jeremy Day, Daikon of Our Lives.
Nice.
David Levy, The Tonight Show starring Terry Schiavo.
Oh, God.
Come on, too much.
John Goodman, Mighty
Oh, my
Morphin
God.
Power Rutabagus. We have John Dugan, Mash Potatoes.
Nice.
Good one.
Good, because so far I was like worried that mine were too easy and that people were going to get to mine, and then based on the first few entries, I'm like, no, I think I'm safe.
We've got To the Rescue, Doing It Reverse for Bowers, Fudgy Tales.
Oh, he unvegetabled the show. Nice.
That's solid.
Bowers, do you go into a restaurant and you're like, do you have a non-vegan menu? Like, do you have a menu of like stuff that you
swear
could
to
turn
God.
into?
I swear to God, I'm like, look, I just don't want any vegetables. Just whatever I order, no vegetables. I'm a meatitarian. I only eat meat. And they're like, okay, I got it. So just know whatever I order, don't put any vegetables in it. And they usually are pretty good at it.
Nice. They're like, all this stuff we were holding to the side for the vegans, we can use on Bowers. Perfect.
Exactly.
Rachel, what do you got?
Yep, we have Duntalk, Bojack Horseradish.
Nice.
Duntalk, Party of Endives. Hidden Virus, Two Broke Gherkins. Just Tam, Tiger Kale.
Tiger Kale is very good.
Duntalk, America's Got Eggplant. Jeremy Day, Let Us Make a Deal.
Thanks again.
Duntalk, Watercress, Texas Ranger.
Holy fuck. Good one.
Jeremy Day, Twin Peas. Benny O, Law and Okra, SVU, Slimy Vegetable Unit. Razor, touched by an arugula, only because eggplants are fruits, gosh darn it. Frank Notaro, saved by the basil.
Nice.
That lane boy, quantum leak.
Oh, holy fuck.
Quantum leak.
That's where he goes back in time to give you better vegetables.
Ziggy says we have an 80% chance of 100% nutritional content.
By the way, that stars Dean Stockwell. Stockwell?
The famous vegetable, the stock?
Yeah, the vegetables have stalks. Celery stalk.
Well, they have stock.
Or you can make vegetable stock. It's like a double. Fine, Scott Arugula, what the fuck do you want from me? I'm doing it. Bye.
Sell all of my shares in green beans. Stocks, you get it? Because of stock, it's stocks. Stocks.
Those are called futures, Ben, but I get the point.
Oh, shit.
You can actually buy stocks in green beans. Futures, but...
That's the first time Bowers has ever had one of those.
Oh,
I own a lot of vegetable stock. I just don't know. I don't eat them.
No, he was saying you didn't have a future.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Is that too much? Is that too much? I'm sorry,
That was
Bowers.
so much mean. That was so
I'm
much
sorry.
meaner than I thought. No, you're not wrong. That's why it hurts.
I actually.
No, you have a great future. You have a great future.
Ben, it was a good shot, but also it was hilarious that Bowers was like, no, I have to correct Ben on a financial. It's not something I thought would have happened.
It's one of those things where I thought I knew something for once, and I'm like, oh, no, that's not really what it's called.
No, but you did. You totally did.
We had this girl in high school who was talking to the smart kids about what they got on the SAT, and they were like, oh, I got an 810, I got an 830, or I'm sorry, 710, 720, whatever, and she's like, oh my god, I got a 760. And I said, oh, math or verbal? And she went, oh fuck. And it was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's what that was for me. I thought I had something, but no, you meant I didn't have a future, and fuck.
You got he's writing it down. You got a great future, Bowers, and I think that everybody knows that you're a genuine human being with great comedic skills. Some people might think your future sounds like this, but I think it sounds like this.
That is very sweet.
That was. I gotta say.
I don't know if that I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't know. I mean,
all ways to compliment someone.
I love the sentiment, but.
Of all ways to compliment someone and then have it immediately not matter. That was perfect.
All right.
Here's a motivational phrase for you, Bowers.
America, baby, America.
All right.
Liberty in the pursuit of
How are there still toys we haven't seen? You know that scene in Batman where does he get all these wonderful toys? This is the opposite of that scene. That's what this is. What do we got, Rachel?
Okay.
It hurts
done
more than
talk.
that future comment. Sorry, I'm done talking.
Done talk. Gray's aubergine.
Nice.
Allison Shuchuk. How tomato weigh with murder.
Nice.
I like that one.
That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Lucifer. Big banana theory.
It's fruit, but okay.
Done talk. The celery stalking dead.
All
All right, what's a stalk?
Wait, a tomato's a fruit, isn't it?
Tomatoes. Oh shit.
I was liking that tomato one, but it is a fruit.
Yeah, that's a very good point right there. I don't know
But
if we're gonna be able to.
like a vegetable.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I
true.
count it as a vegetable.
It's colloquially a vegetable.
Yeah.
And then the last one is actually tomato as well. Shannon Kerr, $25 for her first game entry, but she told me to scrap. And then so she did another $25. She's like, let's try this again. Tomato, I'm not going to pronounce these right, but tomato, Schlemetzel Hofstetter Incorporated.
Schmazel.
it's-
So she's trying to do the Laverne and
Shamil,
Shirley thing.
Shamil,
Schmazel.
Schmazel.
Oh.
Hofstetter
And-
Incorporated. That's right.
So
We're
she's-
gonna
yeah.
do it.
Oh.
We're gonna
Yeah.
eat some vegetables now. How? Anyway, let's.
Yeah,
not all
that's
sing.
the rest. That's the rest of the
That
song.
was a pretty good duet there with Lindhome and Bowers. I think we've got a new someone's coming on the hot in the tails of Garfunkel and Oates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Kate can
Uncle
stay at
and
home
Carb.
with her baby. We'll get something
Yeah,
started.
We're called
That's right.
Garfunkel and Carbs. It's close to Oats.
Yeah.
No, you have to think of a name like it could be like DJ Jazzy Jeff or something. You need like some band person.
How about Garfunkel and Nope?
So I need to be the second
Nope.
banana that no one really cares about. How about
Yes.
Garfunkel and Bowers? That seems to be okay.
Oh,
Damn, self burn.
If she's Oats, you could be like Cream of Wheat. It's just not as popular, but it's it's still
That's
there.
nuts.
It's on the same shelf.
Grits.
that's nuts because cream of wheat is fucking amazing. I have it for breakfast about every 3 days.
Yeah, you
On the
hang out
show.
with Bowers,
On
but
the
not
sh- he has
everybody
it-
does.
He has it on the show. How
Yeah,
about
he bathes a
Garfunkel-
nice kugel with it.
How about Garfunkel and Fatter Oats? You think that would work?
Sure.
How about solid rolled oats? Just the full.
There you
I don't know
go.
what that.
How about Garfunkel and Coke?
Oh no!
Garfunkel
Garfunkel
and
and
Needle?
Coats. Garfunkel and Coats.
Yes.
Oats. We're gonna
that's
do it,
it.
Ricky. If you need somebody to just sit behind you and laugh while you are awesome, I'm your guy.
It's not creepy.
And I'm pretty
No, I'm
excited
laughing.
also. Well, Steve and I are also releasing our own musical duo. We don't do the singing. We're gonna be called Milli Vanilli, you guys. This is it.
Are you gonna just lip sync to Garfunkel and Oates songs?
You better believe that.
Nice.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
a
wait.
lot
Do you
of
have-
words, so watch out.
Do you have one
This is
about
true. No, I'm
rain?
gonna do a lot of this. I'm gonna do a lot of like
Yeah.
covering a lot of
Like
mouth
on Drag
cover.
Race when they don't know the words.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Here, this is
All
me
right.
doing it right here,
There you go.
You're doing
so you
well.
don't know. All right, what do you got,
How
Rich?
red you were there.
No, that's it. So we can vote.
All right, we
Let's
can vote.
All right, Lucas, who was your favorite out of all the paid entries?
Oh, does the tomato count?
Sure, we'll let
Yeah.
the tomato slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomato.
Which one?
Tom-
The last one was Shamil Shamazal?
No,
or the one the
that
other?
no that.
How to made away with murder?
No, SVU. SVU.
Oh, SVU.
Oh,
Perfect.
Law and Okra.
Law and Okra Slimy Vegetables Unit. Got it.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
Ricky.
SVU.
I'm gonna go tomato. Had to made away with murder.
Okay. Rachel.
I like Law and Okra.
Cool.
All right.
I like that one a lot. I like Two Broke Gherkins. I like Tiger Kale. I liked Let Us Make a Deal a whole bunch.
I like that one too.
Mashed potatoes was good, but I gotta go with Dave for doing the opposite of what we were doing for just me and go with Fudgy Tails. I think that's really took the vegetable out of the show, and I appreciate that. So I'm going Fudgy Tails. Ben Gleib.
Nice.
Love that. Love that.
Where two desserts talk about Jesus.
Or talking about how there is no God.
It's two atheists. It's two atheist cakes. Like-
Yeah.
How can you believe there's no God when there is fudge? I don't know what you're saying, Lucas, but that's
It's a
okay.
beautiful statement. That's a beautiful statement. I really liked Lon Okra, SVU, Slimy Vegetable Unit. I really liked Riki Lindhome as Mardell Fitzgerald in $1 Million Baby,
Oh, thank you.
and as Girl Kissing Ed and Seeing Other People in 2004.
Yes, I was a featured extra and I kissed Jay Moore.
No way!
Yeah.
Funny you mention him for reasons
Yeah.
that we won't announce.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought we were plugging that. We're not? Okay.
Nope. Maybe not. Jay was gonna be doing a special surprise set on my show tonight at Nowhere Comedy Club, and he might not be able to make it now. So
Oh, darn.
I'm pulling
he was
that
nice.
announcement back. He's a
He
very
was
nice man.
and- Yeah.
He's a very nice man, great guy. I'm sure he means to be there if he could be there. I really liked very much Watercress, Texas Ranger as well, but I'm gonna have to go with How to Mate Away with Murder. Very creative use of the words in there.
All
Loved
right.
it. Allison gets my vote.
All right, so I got to break the tie then. or I could leave the tie alone, because one of my favorites was actually Two Broke Gherkins, because not only was it really funny, but it's also probably what is going on in Nicole Amy's house.
If they didn't start broke, they are now, I guess.
Yeah. I'm actually going to break the tie. Law and Okra SVU, because Slimy Vegetable Unit made it for me. So that was...
that little something extra.
Pushes over the top also. Tomato ain't a vegetable. Stickler for rules. So, no, but so many of those were good. I also really like BoJack Horseradish and Mashed Potato. There were so many really good ones. So nice work, everybody, as always. If you win, if you are the winner, go to laughfromhome.com and you can claim your prize by emailing us, and we will send it to you.
Cool. Comics, you have anything? Ricky, Lucas, you got anything else? Any other game entries?
Oh, no, mine was touched by a cucumber. I was into that.
Yes.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Very
Nice.
solid. Very, very solid. Early entry.
Lucas, do you have any?
Just the Lucas Waterfill show.
Yeah.
That's the winner.
Yeah, I mean, you already won before the contest.
I can't beat it.
Pretty solid.
Bowers, you got
You just
any?
won a free ticket into our video front row, which is a demotion from being one of our comedic guests. So, congratulations.
We love our crowd. I don't play the game, you know that. I'm never as good as you guys. So
Right,
Ben,
I've got
do you have
two.
Steve
I've got
has
two. I know
no?
Ben has 1,000, so I'll do my two.
You guys, I am sorry to report I have none.
Oh, well then, there we go. Steve, and then we'll plug some stuff. 2 for Steve.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
All right, I've got Vanderpumpkin Rules.
I like that one.
Nice.
And also the Oprah Winfrey Show. How did no one else get to the Oprah Winfrey Show?
Perfect.
Oh, I like that
my
one.
God.
Would have been my winner.
Okay.
That was the one I was like, someone else is going to take this from me for sure.
No,
and
when
when
Oprah Winfrey.
yeah, so when Law and Okra came out, I was like, oh shit, it's close. Don't do it.
Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, Lucas, how do we find you out in the world? Give us some plugs here.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I tweet. I YouTube. I got good sketch up that I'm really proud of. It's on my YouTube channel, Lucas Waterfill Comedy, and my website, lucaswaterfill.com. I update that. So.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Ricky, how do we find
Thank
you
you,
out in
guys.
the world?
I'm at Riki Lindhome on Twitter and Instagram. You can go on Instagram and see all the food I've been cooking.
Nice.
Very cool. We're excited about that. Well, once again, thank you, Front Row. We appreciate you guys coming in, Front Row. You guys are awesome. We will see you guys tomorrow. We're very excited about that. Thank you to Lucas and Nicole and Ricky for coming in. Thank you again for hanging out with us for an hour and a half. We really appreciate it. You guys were awesome. Great. Rachel.
Yeah, a couple things to catch up on.
Did your internet get fixed? Is it fixed?
So they had to drill a hole because the only way we have is like a phone line one. So we got to keep the phone line while they install the other high speed. So I've been good this episode.
Nice.
So I'll test it out after this. Real quick, Nicole Aimee had texted me. She's like, sorry, I had to dip early. I have to get on toenail polish for this guy. So I think she's serious.
Oh, I know she's serious. Dudes.
Oh,
are so
wait, was
weird.
there a moment where you didn't think she was serious?
I thought she was kidding.
Dudes are so weird. I've got a friend who's a guy pays her like $400 at a time to put on high heels and squash bugs on video. It's so weird. Like dudes are.
But I love seeing those bugs get squashed. So, I'm quarantining by myself, guys. You leave me. Don't judge me.
Just to catch up real quick, Buffalo Sky is $2. I'm half Catholic, half atheist, and then Amin Salah $5. If Bowers was a vegetable, he'd be Chris Bauer Watercress. Hashtag Team Bowers.
I like it.
All right, bye guys.
See you, Rach. Love you.
Bye.
At Bowers Comedy, all this stuff, and I'm sure I'll host some Nowhere shows. If you haven't been to a Nowhere show, it's comedy done right. Seriously, these guys have figured it out. It's awesome. We appreciate that a lot of our fans show up at all those shows, and you guys are great. But check those nowherecomedyclub.com. Check those out more. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Bowers. And as for me, let me go to a more normal background. I think probably I should close this out with something more regular. So as for me, every Saturday I do a show at the Nowhere Comedy Club with Daniel Muggleton and Ask Us Anything. It's completely ad-libbed. Of course, today, check out Ben Gleib doing a show there. I know he's going to plug it too, but go check out Ben. And also, Ben, is it cool if I announce the milestone that we passed? Because I feel like this would be a good place to announce it. Your voice.
I think maybe wait on that.
Okay, well, we'll wait on that. That might be tomorrow's episode then. So stay tuned to find out what that is and also what's in the box. You guys are great as always. Thank you much.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Chris and Rachel and Ricky and Lucas and Nicole Aimee and her feet and everybody for being here. It's been really great to have you guys here. It is true. I will be headlining the Nowhere Comedy Club tonight, doing a show called Gleib Off the Top, 100% crowd work. So if you want to see me make it all up in the moment, please come join. Jared Berenstein is hosting the show. It should be a lot of fun. And there will either be a surprise appearance from Jay Moore or somebody else great. So that's exciting. And that's it. I just love being here with all of you guys. It's been a real pleasure. And I'm going to leave you with this. Christmas time is here again. Christmas time and Christmas cheer. I'm a chipmunk. What? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
What's the box?
I can't hear